Hi, ladies and gents, once again, this is our main event of this evening's show. This is an amateur lightweight championship bout. Introducing your fighters, first of all, in the blue corner, stands at 5'9" tall. He has a clean record of 4 wins, no loss, and no draws. From England, representing SBG Manchester, he weighed in at 70.7 kilograms. Please put your hands together for the Golden Snitch, J. Finch. Facing him across the cage, its opponent in the red corner. He stands at 6 foot tall. He's a clean record of 5 wins, no loss, and no draws. From England, representing TFT MMA, he weighed in at 70.7 kilograms. He is the Rise and Conquer current welterweight champion. Please put your hands together for Paul Kane. We're scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Your referees, Trevor Mitchell. The action is about to begin.
And here we go, main event time. Jay Finch standing at 5'9", yellow shorts, blue gloves. Kane at 6 foot, black shorts and the red gloves. And here we go, straight into the action. Both men trading.
I feel like you should expect a wrestling heavy approach from Kane.
Both men trading kicks early on.
Kane pressuring Finch to the fence. Finch seeming quite comfortable being put under pressure here. Just calmly firing his shots. That left kick has a decent bit of snap on it.
It certainly does, but so does that big right hand of Kane, who's looking to get the job done early. Finch seems on shaky legs and goes for the takedown. Kane does a good job of defending it, and we're back separated here. Can Paul Kane smell blood early in this one? Has Finch had enough time to recover? Let's see how this plays out, but what an electric start to the main event here at Rise and Conquer 15.
Yeah, Kane settling down a little bit. Did get a little bit reckless with some of his shots when he had Finch hurt. Finch doing a good job timing that takedown. Obviously he didn't get it, but he managed to buy himself enough time where he seems to have regained his faculties. Getting back on that left kick, back on the fence. Paul Kane firing that right hand again.
Finding home for that hand several times, up and then just fire it straight down the pipe and catching Finch with that again. But Finch looking unfazed here as he stays on the front foot and pushes forward.
Yeah, Finch almost seems aware that he's gonna have to weather a storm to get through to Kane. I don't feel like he expected to come in here and get him out of there early. He's on the neck though.
Looking to try and prevent this takedown. Got an underhook there on the left-hand side now.
Kane's locked his fingers. Going for a trip.
And he gets it, but he needs to watch his neck here, just Paul Kane.
Finch going for that 100%. Not the strongest position, but that move can be used with good effect.
What would you like to see Kane do here from this position?
It's quite an awkward one because of where his head's stuck. There is the threat of a sweep from Finch here. Obviously, Finch needs to get his right arm a lot deeper there, but Kane is just doing the right thing, settling the position a little bit, taking the second. He probably knows he's got the 5 rounds to work. There's no point stressing, trying to like force his head out of this position and put himself at risk of getting swept. Whereas now the patient approach has led him to getting a much more solid position here.
Finch though looking very comfortable here, not rushing his work, not panicking, just staying cool and composed and working his way successfully back up to his feet with 10 seconds left here in this opening round.
That was some very calm work to get back to his feet from Finch. Well, I feel like that is very decisively a Paul Kane round.
I would agree for my money as well, Harry. But what an opening round that is. Be interesting now to see that right hand, now that Kane has found success with it. Now that Finch knows that's what he's going to be looking to throw, Just be interesting to see now how such a big shot that had such an impact early doors could play out in the rest of the fight.
Yeah, like, it hurt Finch bad, and it didn't land on his chin, it landed square on his forehead. Obviously, it's much harder to rock someone and wobble someone hitting them on the forehead than it is in the chin. But it just shows the kind of power that Kane is carrying at this weight class. very interesting to see how this is going to play out. It's interesting to see what Pilkington, not what Pilkington, Finch's approach. Been a long night, fellas.
I'll let you off with that one.
I mean, because he does have a similar issue to Pilkington, that he is dealing with a much bigger, more physical fighter, and he needs to find a way to wear the much bigger, more physical guy out without taking damage or without putting himself in a position where he's at risk of getting finished.
Kane looking to get straight back to the action here. The stream, of course, all night being brought to you by Live MMA. Here we go now, Kane. Again, trying to fire up that kick, but Finch looks so relaxed in there.
Yeah, he looks incredibly calm. His breathing doesn't even look remotely stressed, which is remarkable considering the kind of heat that Paul Kane is throwing back at him.
Like you mentioned, that left high kick comes up with a serious sting.
Yeah, that left body kick, and he gets back to his stance quick. He countered Paul there, threw a little flurry, got into the double underhooks, but Paul reversing the position immediately. Like, Finch was having a little bit of success with his hands and in the clinch, but Paul Kane just did the right things, pummeled his underhooks through, and turned Finch to the fence.
Finch now looking to try and do the same, but Kane not having any of it and looking to drop down again. But good success there from Finch to spin the momentum of that. Yeah, looks under the neck now as well.
Yeah, I can't quite see. I think Kane has got one of his hands. He stopped him getting any kind of choking pressure on that grip. Big knee from Kane.
I feel like that's something we've seen a hell of a lot tonight, is their massive knees up the middle.
Yeah, and like, as someone, I come from a Muay Thai background, and I can say that knees are typically the strike that are done worst in MMA, just compared to pure striking sports. But they are getting better, and tonight we've seen a bunch of really solid clinch knees.
We have. Here we go. Just over a minute left in this second round here in the main event of Verizon Conquer 15. And Kane getting this fight where he thought to the floor, but Finch working quickly and looking to reverse it.
Yeah, that butterfly sweep was beautiful, and he just carried the momentum with him. And if you're Finch, you have to be happy with the pace that this fight is being fought at.
Again, that left kick from Finch.
Kane pressing, working hard to pull this round back. This round still could be anyone's.
Again, looking for the takedown is Paul Kane, but again, privy to it is Jay Finch. Again, looking very relaxed as the SBG Manchester man.
Yeah, he seemed to have enough of a bite on the neck there to put Kane off the takedown, or he used the guillotine threat to pull him up, but Kane getting on that takedown, finally getting to the position he wants to get to.
With 15 seconds left on the clock, what can Paul Kane do from this position?
He needs to just throw strikes. It doesn't matter too much if he loses the position or gives up the position here. He needs to just be trying to unload a little bit on Finch, because that was a close round. That was a really close round.
Here we go, all smiles there from Jay Finch as he heads back to his corner. Again, this is the unofficial, we're calling the fights, we're not here to judge them, but for me, that is another Paul Kane round.
Yeah, I think it was close, but a decisive finish to a round goes a long way.
Especially when it's been as close as it has there.
Yeah, definitely.
One exciting night. This has been Harry, just while we're waiting here then. Fight of the night for yourself.
Maybe might have to go Pilkington Wilson. But I mean, Levkin versus Thompson, it was another banger.
We've been spoilt tonight.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say.
Like Fisher versus Hamming was another one.
Here we go. Third round of 5, should we need them. Straight back into the action. Jay Finch landing first with a leg kick.
Kane managing to get Finch moving backwards. Finch retaking the centre, using his fakes. I think the threat of that left kick is something that Kane is taking very seriously at this point.
I know we've said a lot about the size of Kane in there. Finch is looking big at the weight as well against any other lightweight.
against any other lightweight.
Yeah.
Just, Kane is typically not a lightweight.
Very true. You wonder what now at 5-0 if this is Kane's thoughts on moving pro in the near future, seeing how the weight cut is.
Yeah. Is he getting this fight being 5-3s, getting him used to fighting for 15 minutes. Finch, breathing just seems unchanged. That was a nice front kick.
Really
Finch
starting to put the pressure on now, growing into this fight, much like we've seen in the co-main event with Pilkington.
Beautiful takedown. And then he was nearly on that butterfly sweep again. He's around the neck. Can't quite tell if this is in or not, but I think the positioning of it's just a bit off. Finch seems to be on the wrong hip.
Finch, looking at the screen there just to see where he was in regards to this finish, or if he could have get it up and to let go now, and who can do what he needs to watch. He's going to maybe look to tie up that left arm off Kane. Kane privy to it though, and back to his feet and looking to rain down some big strikes.
Finch getting to his hands. Kane getting on that body lock, trying to work a body lock pass, and Finch with a beautiful sweep.
Finch, and with a minute to go, Finch looking to tie up the neck here and spoil the party.
Kane doing the right things, but
needs to watch here for a triangle.
And he gets out the back door. But Finch immediately on the neck.
Looks to sink that in early.
He has time, he has time. Kane has to give his back to escape this.
40 seconds left on the clock. What can Jay Finch do with this position?
He's just taking a second to breathe and have a little smirk. Goes for some of those BJ Penn heel kicks. You need to be careful whenever you do those that you don't go near the groin.
Yes, of course. 25 seconds left. Sorry, Harry, go on. What were you going to say?
He's just sort of walking that left arm. It's over the face at the minute. If you can get Paul Kane belly down, that would be really,
that's
big.
Close. We can't quite see from our position. 10 seconds to go. Can Finch find the finish, or will Kane hold on for the end of this round?
Kane doing a really good job in those bad spots, digging his chin and fighting the hands.
Is that the momentum switch, though? That is the big question. That is now 3 rounds down. We'll head to the championship rounds, but that could very, very well be the change in momentum.
Yeah, like, a fight is a hard place to find out. The weight cut might have been a little bit too much. Paul Kane did seem to have a bit of an energy dip towards the midway point of that round. However, even when he was in the really bad spots, he was fighting his way out. He was still fighting. Like, even though Finch looks fresher, I still feel like there's plenty left in Paul Kane's tank. That sweep was beautiful. I forgot to mention how good that was.
Yeah, that was a fantastic sweep. As we say, Finch seems to have just slowly grown into this contest as it's been wearing on. You wonder there to see, I think he takes that round, but
Kane managing to feint Finch.
Looking to land that right hand that he had success with in the first, but falling short with it.
Finch. I was about to say, Finch landing his left hand. Obviously not as much power on it, but it is making contact with the target.
Kane looking for that head kick followed by that right hand, but Finch looking wise to it. Dips to the body, does Paul Kane. But Jay Finch relentless now with this pressure coming forward. Tags him with a left hand. Looks for that left kick there as well. And this is what we thought we were going to get here. This is still all to play for.
Yeah. I don't want to be the guy giving advice, but typically when I get someone that tired against the fence, jabs are the first thing. I think where Finch was going so left hand and so backside heavy, that's where Kane managed to time the takedown, because backside attacks are a much bigger commitment of your weight and your hips, and that is what Paul Kane managed to get underneath. Kane is doing what he can to slow the fight down, to shut down the sweep and the submission attempts of Finch. Finch really can't afford to be this flat. He needs to get on his side, he needs to get to work as he just does.
And as you say that there, that's exactly what he does, Harry.
He's getting back to his guard, 1 foot on the hip.
For Kane, what would you like to see him doing from here? He needs to watch. We've seen how quick Finch can throw out submissions.
His body lock passing is good, but he just needs to be, like in the last round, he was overdoing it, and that's how the sweep happened. That exactly what he's just done there. Force the half guard. The submission threat is not there as much from half guard. I can't tell if Finch, I've done it again. I've been hit in the head for the last 15 years, but I can't tell if Finch is trying to do some kind of Ezekiel choke from his back. It's an unusual stand-up from the ref, but
20 seconds left to go, and they look like they're going to trade here. Big right hand stumbles. Jay Finch does Paul Kane,
and Jay Finch lands.
Both men swinging now, looking for a Superman punch. Finch looking to end the round strong. And just seconds left here in this 4th round. Finch looking to fire a kick up to the head. And there we go. 1 round left to decide this one. Harry, you're speechless.
I'm just trying to have a look at the demeanor of both fighters. That was a frenetic end to that round. Both fighters landing solid shots. I think a little clash of heads happened there. Finch managing to get onto the back. I think this is 3 rounds to 1 for Kane. But we've seen some crazy things happen in the last round of a lot of the fights tonight.
That is very, very true, Harry. And the last round is upon us. The last round of the night. The main event, Rising Conquer 15. Jay Finch, Paul Kane. 3 minutes to decide it. The cage doors locked, the fighters are ready. And here we go.
Paul Kane coming out, taking the centre of the octagon. But Finch throwing with a bit more heat than he has in previous rounds. Getting on the neck and getting that sprawl going early this time.
Looking to fish up. Again threatening with that front headlock. Something that's been pivotal to Finch's game here tonight.
Yeah, he's just managed to get a beautiful knee to the body on a tired guy,
knee.
that is.
And again.
And he gets on the neck again. He probably is aware he needs a finish.
And he's going to go looking for it. Is the SBG Manchester man. Looking to swim his arm under there. This is not where Paul Kane wants to be with 2 minutes left on the clock with Jay Finch on his back. But for Finch, this is a perfect position with a lot of time to work in this 5th and final round.
Yeah, to find himself here this early, trying to trap the arm. He does need to get his chest onto the back of Kane there, as he just does.
And as he does, that looks like it's on the jaw. It doesn't look like it's quite on the chin just yet. Sorry, under the chin just yet. But with 1:43 left to work, Jay Finch is going to look to spoil the party here.
I was going to say, and a beautiful transition, but he's got his neck into trouble, but Jay Finch has elected to give it up to try and get back to his feet or try and go for that sweep again.
Explosive work there from Paul Kane. Who you think? You wonder, does Kane think if he can take the momentum, take the sting out of the fight and see out this next 80 seconds, that he will be crowned a champ?
I think so. He's just got to be careful of this omoplata threat, this rubber guard threat. He might also have a gogoplata. If you can get that under the neck, that is... It's more on the face at this point.
Now looking for the arm, trying to throw up an armbar attempt. It's all to play for here. Oh, that looks like it's on.
That looks... And then Kane's got his elbow
out the back.
He's got his elbow.
What a way to finish this title fight. But Kane has to mind his P's and Q's here. 45 seconds left on the clock. You feel Jay Finch knows he needs a finish in this one. And if he can get it, well, he will be crowned the champ. But Kane here, still working, but he knows how dangerous Jay Finch is on the floor.
Yeah, Jay Finch is particularly dangerous. He strikes me as the kind of guy who might have a boogie choke in his arsenal. With the way Paul Kane is leaving his right arm in between the legs, he could be susceptible to that. But
just less than 20 seconds he had to go in this main event. 10 seconds to go. Who will be crowned the new lightweight Rise and Conquer champion? We will go to the judges' scorecards. And what a way to round out the night, Harry.
That was a fantastic, fantastic fight. Both men putting on a really, really good showing.
Both men arms in the air. What a fight, what a night, what a way to end here tonight. So we will go now to the judges' scorecards to get the official results.
All right, ladies and gents, please put your hands together for both of our warriors inside this cage. What a fantastic way to finish this show. After 5 hard-fought 3-minute rounds, we got your judges' scorecards. And the judges score this in a split decision. And your winner, in favour of the red corner, Paul Kane. Also, let's hear for your runner-up, Jay Finch. We've got the legend Nick Pargan from the UFC to present the belt. And next up, we got Jake Smith from Fight and Talk. He's going to have a word with your champ.
Paul Kane, the Rise and Conquer champ. How nice does that sound?
That sounds nice, mate. That was a good fight. Thank you, mate. Thank you for that.
Unbelievable fight there. Jay Finch is tough as they come. Is that the sort of fight you were expecting from him?
Yeah, I was, to be honest. I'm pleased I got it. I had to dig deep and we got the win.
Down at lightweight now as well. How was that for you?
Oh, yeah, a good test. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
Last thing, if we look over there, look at all your friends and family. Look at how happy they are. How much does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's quality. Thank you. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rise and Conquer champ, Paul Kane.